This is the last video on camo grinds that you're ever gonna need to watch. Now that means if you're a veteran or a brand new player, no worries, I have everything covered from the beginning to the end of your camo grind. Now if you're interested in a specific section, then check the timestamps down below. I do have detailed explanations as to certain parts of the camo grind that can be a little bit unclear, and some tips and tricks that are attributed to helping you guys get those kills faster. And before we get into anything, I want to point out something to you guys. There's a lot of clickbaity type videos that are out right now claiming that you can get Nebula in one game. That is strictly untrue. There is no way that you can actually get Nebula camo just in one game, one sitting, at least of my knowledge currently. And I just want to let you guys know this is a long process, so be prepared to split up your guys' sessions into various different segments. And with that being said, if you guys have not already, make sure you save this video so you can go back to it when you guys are at certain parts of your grind. Now the first thing I want to cover is this spreadsheet that Donuts has made. Now he's a YouTuber that has a lot of different guides on his channel, so I highly suggest you guys go show him some love and support. But anyways, this spreadsheet has allowed me to stay organized and up to date to where my guns are at for my progression towards Nebula. And if you guys are looking for a link, then check the description down below. I do have it down there. If you guys are down there currently, then there is another link that will highlight the different types of guns that are available as wall buys so that you guys don't accidentally use those as your loadout to make your camo grind a little bit more efficient. But I will cover that a little bit later. Before we get into any matches and any of the camos themselves, I do want to cover a few attachments and a few augments and perks that are going to help you be more efficient during your camo grind. And if you feel like you don't need any tips or you know everything about your loadout, then go ahead and skip past this section and I'll see you guys over there. Now, if you didn't know, there's actually a way to make your loadout and make it accessible on the wall buy or in a box inside of your game. And I'm going to show you how here. So right here, I have my base gun, and after adding some attachments onto it, if we click back onto it and you look down at the bottom middle of your screen, you're going to see a thing to allow you to add a zombie build. Now, once you click on this, it's going to show you a little Z icon at the bottom right of that little corner. And this is going to let you know that this loadout is accessible through your box or your wall buys within your game. Now, just for an example, let's look at the weapon build I have for the XM4. We do have the Z icon at the bottom right. And if we head over into game and we head over to the wall buy, as you can see, once I pick it up, we do have the weapon build that we created in our class before hopping into the match. And now that you guys know how to make your class so that it's accessible in-game, I want to talk to you guys about a few attachments that you should be adding onto your guns. Starting off with basically the best attachment in the game, it is going to be the suppressor. This is going to allow you to drop more salvage when you kill zombies, and it's overall just very helpful for progressing your gun during your camo grind. And if you head over to the barrel section of your loadout, the CHF barrel is the barrel that's going to allow me to have a headshot multiplier on my gun. And so we're definitely going to want to attach that because there's zombies that are armored and we want to make sure we're maximizing the headshot output damage that we have. And I'm pretty sure there are other barrels that allow you to get this same effect as well, so make sure you're just checking the description of each of your attachments before adding them onto your gun. Next, I want to hop over to the field upgrades. I want to highlight the Telsa Storm and the Frenzy Guard field upgrades. These overall just help me feel more efficient while I'm in my camo grinds. So let's hop over to the augment section and I can show you guys why I feel like these two stand out above the rest. Starting off with Frenzy Guard, if you guys have this fully upgraded, you're going to have access to Frenzy Fire. Now, this is going to allow you to pull ammo from your stock. It's overall going to be very beneficial for rapid kills and just allow you to not have to worry about reloading while getting kills. On top of this, there are a few minor augments such as extension that I'm highlighting here, and on top of that, the repair boost is very beneficial for your camo grinds as well. And moving on to the second field upgrade, this is the Tesla Storm. Now, I personally like to use Shockwave and the lithium charge minor augment. This overall just helps me keep zombies at a comfortable distance, which is very helpful for the knifing kills that you're going to need later on, but I will be covering that in a later section. But for right now, I want to talk about the perk augments that you can be using to help keep yourself safe and help increase your overall efficiency during your camo grind. Now, I do want to point out that if you're a brand new player, you're only going to have access to stamina up for right now. So what I highly suggest you do is you just level up, wait until you can get access to other perks that you can upgrade using your augments and research, and then come back to this video so that you can learn a little bit more as to which perks you should be upgrading first. Now, the first augment that you should prioritize to getting upgraded is going to be Deadshot Daiquiri. Now, I'm not too sure what level you get this unlocked, I can't remember, but Dead First is going to be extremely important. You're going to be doing extra damage onto the first bullet that you deal to a zombie with full health. And on top of this, the other minor augments are pretty useful, especially the ones that are going to help help you with hip fire spread. That's going to be very useful later on for your hip fire kills. Next up, Vulture Raid is definitely a little bit of a surprise, but it is a very good support perk to have in your loadout. Now, the reason why I say this is because the second thing that you can upgrade is the major augment for the fetid upgrade. This is going to allow you to get your field upgrade a lot faster. And on top of this, the minor augments are very strong with the carry-on luggage and the picky eater, allowing you to either drop more of your tactical ammo that you need, or it is going to allow you to drop more salvage, overall helping you upgrade your gun even further. And lastly, let's talk about Juggernog. This is the most notorious perk. Now, the reactive armor, which is the last major augment that you can get, is going to stun zombies when it breaks your armor. And on top of this, the minor augment hardened plates is very good for mitigating damage to your armor and stopping from taking damage to your health instead. Now, everything else in terms of ammo mods is basically just up to your preference. Feel free to upgrade those as you want to. I do highly suggest that if you're going to do the Crowd Freeze, Napalm, and the Dead Wire first, because these are going to deal the most damage to special zombies later on. But once again, we'll cover that in a later section. Now, the last thing that I want to cover is going to be this page on Game Rant, where you can see all the different types of wall buys that are on each map. This is especially going to be helpful for when you're in Liberty Falls, because this is going to be the map that you're going to be on the most, and this is just basically going to highlight which guns you should be bringing in as your loadout versus which guns you should just leave to grab off of the wall. And now that we're finally done with all of the prerequisite information that I wanted you guys to know, let's finally get into what is the most effective method for getting your headshots during your camo grind. Now, using the bank rooftop on round 15 by taking the zipline to Pack-a-Punch and then ziplining straight back will allow you to get the fastest kills per hour, accumulating to around 2,500 kills per hour. But if you're getting sick and tired of that process and you're looking for something a little bit more chill, where you can watch YouTube or watch some anime or Netflix, then I suggest you head inside of the bank. But I'm going to show you a method on how to keep both of the bank doors closed. And the reason why we want to keep both of these bank doors closed is because we want to increase the spawns per hour of the zombies, and this overall just helps them spawn in faster. So the way to do this is you're going to need to head back up to the bank rooftop, open up this door, turn around, crouch, and you should be able to open up the ice cream shop doors from the outside. Now, all you have to do is just head in through the ice cream shop door, head on top of the counter, and you will have the fastest spawns inside of the bank countertop. And the reason why this spot is so comparable to the bank rooftop is because it actually gives just under 2,500 kills per hour, making both of these spots extremely comparable, especially if you're just getting sick and tired of the grind and you're looking for something to switch it up a bit. And after getting your headshots, you may notice that on the spreadsheet, there are going to be kills using Pack-a-Punch, Rare Rarity, kills without reloading, and armor zombie kills. Those types of kills, I don't have any specific methods or guides on how to increase your guys' kills, as I feel like those ones are pretty straightforward, and I believe that you guys can handle that just fine. But moving on to the ones that are a little bit unclear, this is going to be the ammo mods. Now, the ammo mods may make it seem like you have to kill zombies while the ammo mod is active. However, this is untrue. Just simply equip the actual ammo mod itself onto your gun and get kills like usual, and that is going to allow you to get your ammo mod kills. Now, in terms of tactical kills, I highly suggest to use shock charges. However, if you don't have shock charges, just use some stun grenades. You can get easy access to these by going to the ammo buy stations, and the area that I highly suggest you use is the bowling alley. And the reason why I say that is because after rounding up all of your zombies, you can very easily come over to these steps, which is going to slightly elevate you to around the head height of the zombies, and after stunning them, it is going to be very easy to clean up kills and kill them very fast. And this is also why I said Vulture Raid is a great support perk, because if you use Picky Eater, then you're going to give yourself a higher chance of dropping your current tactical equipment, allowing this process to go a lot faster and a lot more smooth. Now, for the vermin kills, I recommend you stay inside of Liberty Falls and go ahead and just shoot the zombies in the body. This should increase the rate of them turning into vermins. And once again, make sure you guys bring your reactive armor for the Juggernog augment if you have it. And on top of that, bring your field upgrades as well to help you along this process. Now, in terms of the Parasite kills, this is going to be a little bit different. So go ahead and hop over to Citadel Day More. Now, once you're in Citadel Day More, go ahead and progress throughout the map so that you get access to the swords. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look for a zombie that looks like this. He's going to drop you a stamp. Take the stamp to the knight that has the lion symbol on his chest plate, and you'll notice that once you pick up his sword, some parasites are going to spawn in. what you need to do is you just need to kill these 4 parasites that are going to actively spawn in every single round, and by doing so, you're going to increase the rate of kills of parasites that you can get on any other map. And the last thing that I want to talk about in terms of the kills for your special camos is going to be the point blank kills. Now, unfortunately, you do have to get basically right on top of the zombies in order to do this, and so once again, I highly suggest that you either use Tesla Storm or Frenzy Guard to help you guys get those kills in this process. And after you've gotten all of your special camos done for your weapon, you're going to be on rapid kills, which can be done at any location of your preference. I like to use the bowling alley. I feel like it has a really nice flat location with a convenient ammo box nearby. And the really nice thing is that on your interface, there's going to be a kill multiplier on your screen that you can use as an indicator to let you know if you got 10 kills in a row. And on top of that, just make sure that you understand that you're gonna have to do that 15 times total, which can make the process feel a little bit longer than usual. But don't worry, just make sure that you're still just getting 10 kills in a row, and you're gonna have to do this 15 times total. And now that you're done with your rapid kills, please do not try to move on to your Opal Camo. In order to have access to the Opal Camo challenge, you're actually going to need to complete rapid kills or the camos up to rapid kills for every single weapon in that class. So what I suggest you do is just hop out of the match if you're unsure, check to make sure that you have access to the Opal Camo challenge before you start it, because I have wasted some time trying to do this, and it is definitely very frustrating when you make that very simple mistake. Now, in terms of getting these special kills for the Opal Camo, what I suggest you do is on Liberty Falls, go back to round 11 and go back to the rooftop where you were initially getting your critical kills. Now, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna have a gun that is dedicated for getting critical kills or whatever special camos that you're getting to clear out the zombies per round, and just have a gun that you're trying to complete Opal for that is solely dedicated for killing the Mangler that's going to spawn in every single round. And after you've killed your 30th Mangler, do not move on to the Afterlife Camo or the Nebula Camo. This is the exact same as the Opal Camo, where you have to have prerequisites done. The prerequisites for these camos is that you have Opal Camo unlocked for 33 guns, and then you can move on to Afterlife and Nebula camos. So after you've checked and you're actually on the Afterlife Camo itself, I recommend that you go back inside of the bank, keeping both doors closed to increase those spawn rates, stand on top of the countertop to increase that distance from you and the zombies, and avoid getting hit so that you can complete that camo. And now that you're done with the Afterlife camos, you're finally on Nebula, where you need to get 10 elite kills, and the way that I suggest doing this is restarting your game, progress through the Easter egg up until the part where you have to build the LTG device. Once you've built the LTG device, go ahead and spawn in the elite zombie like you would usually, but do not kill it in the fashion that you would to complete the Easter egg. What I mean by this is that according to the Easter egg, you're supposed to grab the elite zombie and kill it over the trap so that you can collect its soul in the canister. You're not going to want to do this during this process. What you're going to want to do is kill the zombie, roll the round, and then at the start of the next round, go ahead and activate the LTG device again. That is going to spawn in another elite zombie. Rinse and repeat until you have all of your guns done for your Nebula Camo. And now that we've gotten all the methods and tips and tricks to get your camos out of the way, I want to talk about a few guns and a few weapon classes that are a little bit harder to grind. The first thing I want to cover is 2 guns that turn into explosives after pack-a-punching them. This is the LR and the GS45. Now, the reason why turning them into explosives is bad is because you actually don't get the headshot kills, and some of these special camos are a little bit bugged when you have them as explosives. However, you can use them for your rapid kills and your special kills and moving forward for the rest of the camos too. And so since you can't pack-a-punch these, what I recommend you do is you grab Deadshot and you also just upgrade the weapon rarity. If you're not being able to one-shot, one-kill them on round 15, then just go back down to round 11 and work on them there. Now, in terms of the rest of the pistols and the rest of the snipers, they're relatively easy to get headshots. They are a little bit more of a grind. It's a little bit tedious getting your headshots, but you should be fine. You don't have anything to worry about, nothing special here. You can pack-a-punch them and use them as you please. Now, in terms of the shotgun classes, what I recommend you guys do is do not equip the attachment for the 12 gauge Dragon's Breath. What this does is it kind of acts like an explosive, or it also does the same bugginess as the explosive, and you're not going to be able to get your headshots and the rest of your special kills while you have this attachment equipped. Now, for your rocket launchers, the best method that I suggest is going to the bowling alley and using the valve step to help increase your kills. If you don't know how to do this, then no worries, head to Washington Avenue, grab this valve right here, and then make your way back to Liberty Lanes. Go ahead and shoot this covering right here. This should expose a place to place the valve in. Now, once you place the valve, you're going to hear an audio cue followed by purple-eyed zombies that are going to spawn in. Now, after you've killed all the purple-eyed zombies, go ahead and go back to the valve, activate it again so more purple-eyed zombies spawn in, and you can rinse and repeat this process up to 3 times. Once you've done this for your 3rd time, I recommend that you head out of Liberty Lanes, head up to the Pack-a-Punch up these stairs, sit here for a little bit, and then if the meter's not showing up on your screen, it will start to digress. All you have to do is wait until the screen turns white, and then you can head back into Liberty Lanes and repeat this process again. Now, the knives can be completed just by doing a very similar process. If you want to do the solo, that's fine. You can also grab some of your buddies. That's a little bit more fun. Just head back down to Liberty Lanes with the valve that I showed you and start that process again. Have your friends dedicated to each window, and this is a pretty smooth process. You should have a lot of fun while completing your knives this way. But if you're going to do this solo, what I recommend you do is either bring Tesla Storm or the Frenzy Guard along with some tactical equipment. And if you guys do have the last augment for Juggernaut unlocked, which is reactive armor, then bring that as well. This is going to help you overall stun the zombies, create some distance, and it'll just help make your grind a little bit more smooth that way. And this basically wraps up the entire ultimate guide to your camo grinds. If you guys felt like this guide was really helpful and straightforward and you used it during your grind, then let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys really enjoyed this type of content, leaving a like and possibly subscribing really helps. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.